Saudi news dropping at 8 p.m, says Onya. I think I've pronounced that correct. Well, we don't need to wait till 8 p.m. There's actually an account here called, I don't know how to pronounce this, I'm sorry. The largest platform for Al Ittihad Club has 1 million followers. I don't know how this works. I don't know how these Saudi clubs have such followings on social media, but it's followed by Fabrizio Romano. It's got 1 million 1 million followers, and they have put a tweet out here basically saying Al Ittihad is calling you, Bruno Fernandes, and that's come out at 7:02 tonight. And also further to that, it says this. Bruno Fernandes is seriously considering an offer from Al Ittihad and has not made his decision yet. So the Saudi stuff still very much out there. I mean, I don't think we're going to add anything to the conversation. I really want to get into some of the other stuff that's going on. But look, you know what? There is only one angle I can give this that we haven't said. Because we've spoken about yesterday, United have not had a bid. Man United have not had a bid from Al Ittihad. That's not happened. Like, they won't bid until Bruno says yes. So we haven't had a bid. And Manchester United hasn't said to Bruno Fernandes, you're free to make your own mind up. Those two things were put out there yesterday. They're factually not true. But what is true is that the Saudi clubs would move for Bruno if he told them to. And if that happens, then everything changes. But there is no bid and there is no permission from Manchester United. So if the Saudi clubs move for Bruno, then everything can change. But there is no bid and there is no permission from United. The only thing I would add to all this is, do you think Bruno Fernandes has had a good start to the season? I know we've only played 2 games, but do you think Bruno's had a good start to the season? I don't. Do you think Bruno Fernandes looks like a player and captain that's really motivated and focused this season? I don't. Do you think it's beyond the realms of possibility that Bruno Fernandes regrets not going to Saudi now that he sees the reality of what Man United's season's going to be? I do. So he doesn't look motivated, he doesn't look very good, and he could well be regretting the easier ride of going to Saudi and earning ridiculous money with Cristiano preparing for the World Cup. Because this season ain't going to be easy. It's going to be very, very difficult. And look, maybe Bruno will force something through. But I would just sit here and say, if anything develops with Bruno and Saudi, I would be saying this is another major dropping of the ball by Manchester United, because we've only got a week left and we could have had 12 weeks at this by getting rid of him at the start of June. So look, let's see. The one thing we do know is that if there's any indication that Bruno Fernandes might be unsettled, the Saudis will be there. 100%. I completely agree with that. So, you know, let's see. But what situation that would leave us in, it'd be a proper rebuild. And I'd be screaming and shouting, you better bloody get patient now. But it's just so late in the window. And as I said this morning, if somebody said to me, Bruno goes and Belieber comes in, I'd probably do it. Probably would do it. But we'll have to wait and see if there's any major development about that.